Hello everyone, welcome to Triple T Thursday. That stands for Tips, Tricks, Tutorials. I'm really excited for today's episode. Y'all requested this one, and we are going to be doing content planning for your YouTube channel for 2022. So what better way to end the year than to start planning for next year for all of you out there who would like to do this and follow along? Let's do that. But first, before we get too far, number one, we have a very important question that we have to ask everyone who's here, and that is, if you know, you know. What's in your cup, people? What is in your cup? Today, we've got the sparkling ice. It's perhaps French or Italian. I'm kidding. It's pink grapefruit, zero sugar, with vitamins and antioxidants. So here we go for the ASMR folk out there. Here we go. Wait. Yeah. Hello to James Pruitt. Hello to Rich Graham. Oh, wow, look at that. We already have a new channel member. Pixelpia, thank you so much. Let me first take a sip. Then I'm going to play the little channel member animation and say thank you so much for rejoining channel memberships. So great to have you back in that and relaunching them. So let me pick a song, and then we're going to do our little dance animation for that. Hold on, it's one of these. New channel member. New member. Okay, yep, yeah, I got it. Now I got to find a song. Oh, we'll go with the funk one. Oh. Turn it up now. I forgot that one already has sound on it. So there we go. But let's play the funk just for a second while we just revel in the awesomeness that just was on screen. Thank you, Pixelpia, for joining back up. Here we go. Thank you so much for rejoining channel memberships. If you want to become a channel member, make sure you hit that little join button down below. There's 2 levels this time around. It's members only live streams and chitter chatter and community posts. And then the second level is going to be private Facebook group just for us to talk YouTube and stuff like that. So if that sounds like something you're into, hit that button. Okay, so year-end content planning. Okay, so let's talk about this a little bit. There are multiple ways that one could go about this. I am probably not the best example because of the fact that if you are someone who has a singular focus on your channel and you've kind of niched into something, then a lot of this is going to be a lot easier for you. My particular situation, not so much, all right? So this is going to be a squirrel brain. Maybe even later we'll plan content for you later on in the stream. So let me just show you, this is not the only way, this is not the best way, this is not the correct way, this is just a way to think about your next year planning. So if you jive with that, that's cool. If you don't, you want to find a new system, you like a pen and paper, you like an iPad, you like whatever, you do what sets your little heart afloat. So let me pop into a website here and let me show you what we've got going on. So number one, let's go to a web page. I'm going to show you an example, and this is going to be inside of Trello. There are many programs out there that you could be using, though. You could be using Asana, ClickUp, Jira, Trello, whatever your little heart desires, okay? I am on the free version of Trello. I'm not even on a paid version. If you are on a paid version, you can do lots more cool stuff. But that's not what we're talking about right now. Let me also show you maybe a previous board. So the way that I've set this up, we have a board here that is going to be represented. Each column is going to have little cards that you can add to it in this particular instance. And the way that I've set up my columns is going to be for calendar months of the year. So it's, starting at January and going through December. So that's how I have my cards laid out. And then I always find that it's good to brain dump a whole bunch of ideas. And so I have a column usually for video ideas. And then as you start to go through, you can start to kind of like move the cards into a column or a swim lane is what I like to call them. that is kind of most appropriate maybe for that month or when you think in order of priority, stuff like that. So let me show you what this also means, because if you had a particular singular niche as opposed to myself that has multiple channels, then you could go into something like this. I know, scroll brains, right? So this is going to be an older board that I had. And so I had things, columns set up, not necessarily by month, but by kind of topic area that I wanted to discuss. So this could be iMovie, tech tips, this could be, and then completed ones, completed types of YouTube. So this is a 3-pronged approach because I had iMovie, I had tech tips, and I had YouTube advice. So you could do something like this. You could also do something, where's my... Where's my other board? Let me show you. 1 second. 1 second. Let me find my board that I'm trying to find. Where's my board? Board. Where's my? Where is it hiding? Oh, I think it's in a different workspace. 1 second. Let me find it. I have one for the beauty channel too. Oh, yeah. How do I change workspace? Okay, there we go. I have 2 workspaces, so I will even show you what one looks like for when I did, I'll show you this one. When I did my course, I had a board for this as well. So you can see each one of these was a lesson inside of my iMovie Made Easy course, which is still available if you guys want to learn how to do that. And so each one of the topics was a video that I had, and then I would have things like, what are you going to need in terms of resources or perhaps PDFs or video point topics or bullet points, anything like that. And then I would put that into a column, and then I would know all the things that I wanted to cover in a particular lesson. So if there was also something sequential, then I would know what I needed to talk about in the previous lesson so that it would make sense and flow into the next one. So this is how I planned out my e-course so that I could kind of say, this is how I want people to move through the course, and these are the columns. And so that was kind of the flow and approach that I took for something like this. Let me know if this is helpful for y'all, because if it's not, then I won't blubber and show you the previous stuff. Let me also show you, previously I had one for, let's say, the beauty channel. So this would be if you had a singular type of focus. Let's say it is the, let's say a beauty channel in this instance. Then you can go from your video ideas column on the left, which is always going to be like the most long column usually. And then you could move into different types of columns, such as like filming, editing, published, stuff like that. Because if you also have multiple team members that are going to have access to the boards, you could even create a set of items on a card, such as checklist. Make sure you do steps 1 through 7, make sure you publish it on Twitter and Instagram and create a short or a Pinterest pin. And you could do that after you have them like in the published and ready to, be broadcast type of thing. So that could be another column. And then each one after the video is finished, you could have an entire set and checklist of things that you could do. Tell me if this is making sense and if this is helpful. I'm hoping. And then also, so these were all like the video ideas. So I think I did this one actually, if I could only keep 10 palettes, or it was like top neutral palettes. So like if you are ready to film them, you would just drag them and drop them over to different columns. And then you can go into each particular card and then say certain things about it. So you can have labels on them. You can attach video files, thumbnails, anything like that, or, edit dates if you wanted to put in like specific dates, stuff like that. So this is one of those ways that it's really easy to visualize what your YouTube channel or your content strategy or anything like that is going to look like. You also might have something like this. The columns might look different if, let's say, you are planning out calendarily what your launch strategy might be. If you had a course or a coaching program or something like that, where usually you work backwards a few months from it. And so I think we've talked about this before, but there are different types of content, right? There's content that we do that we're first trying to attract new viewers. There's content that we create to nurture the relationship with existing viewers, which is really going to be more like live streams, question and answer, community-based type of requested videos. And then there's videos where you're selling. You know what I mean? Like you have warmed people up and it's more of a sales pitch. So what's important, what a lot of people don't always get straight, is that sometimes it takes, 3 or 4 of the attract and then 3 or 4 of the nurture before you hit the sales one and you have a lot of traction. A lot of people come in for a community video when they don't yet have a community, so then they get disappointed because they do a live stream and no one's there, or whatever else it is. Or some people go straight to a pitching type of video, but they don't have a community or a relationship with their community, so it comes off as really salesy. So a lot of people will skip the steps because they're trying to get to the last. So if you're a smart strategist and you're thinking about, I want to launch a YouTube coaching program, and we have enrollments 3 times a year, let's say, and you run a 90-day course or something like that, then you may want to work backwards a few months and say like, hey, I know that the hardest hitting sales ones need to be a week or 2 before the program goes live and enrollment closes, right? So then you're like, hey, if I work backwards from that, that's usually at the end of a 6 video series, which is going to be, webinar, live stream, a frequently asked question type video, attract viewer. So you're coming back 3 months or something, and then all of a sudden it's how to do something, and then it's, hey, let's do a 30-day challenge together. You see a lot of those in a Facebook group or something, and like, let's do this thing for 30 days. And then once they get a taste of it, they've been nurtured for a while, then you hit them at the end of the 25 days and you say, hey, if you like this, then just imagine what we'll do when we go into a one-on-one coaching program together. That's just an additional investment of X. And hopefully by then they're prepped and primed down the sales pipe, and then you hit them with the sales pitch one, and then they hopefully enroll. So that's going back 90 days or something like that. So then this would be a really easy way for you to then group your content into which one is the attract, which one is the nurture, and which one is the hard-hitting sales. And you'll probably see this line like this of like, you need a lot of these attraction, a few of these nurture, and then just a few of those hard-hitting sales. So that's where you might see the cards laid out in that kind of order. Okay. The Trello board looks familiar. Yeah, right. Your goal next year is to create a mini course or a digital product. Awesome. So here's the thing. So if Annie wanted to create a digital product, tell me what your digital product would be. And you would know like, hey, I need to have so many touches before someone is going to feel so inclined to buy said thing. Then how do I also build up my authority and credibility as a professional / authority in this type of field or niche. And then you would need to have a few of those establishing yourself type videos, and then the community videos, and then the, hey, I'm launching and you should buy this type video. If this is making sense to you so far, make sure you hit that thumbs up and, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. All right. Subscribe too. Also, most of you that are here, you can only chat if you're subscribers anyway, but if you haven't, you can follow me on all the socials, all the places, all the things, right? I'm loving TikTok, so come find me. All right, so let's come back to the webpage here. So again, this is, let's say, for a singular focus type of channel, whether it's beauty or something like that. Let me go back. So you're going to say, Shelly, how do I know what to make? Let me come back to, my podcast. By the way, the podcast will come back next year. Sorry, my camera is directly in front of me, so I have to to try and see the Trello board. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, you guys want to see a sneak peek? I don't know how far into this we are. This is a course that I would be launching this year, and this is going to be some of the ideas that I would be talking about. It would be a course all about how to do vertical video stuff and use it to grow your brand or business or whatnot. So this would be the inside look of my brain of what that looks like. I shouldn't show you that for too long. Oops. And if you're reading the cards, and you also see, like I said, so here's the iMovie Made Easy course that I did, and then, oh, look at me. I did not fill out my Final Cut Pro. All right, 1 second. Let me go back to the other board. I will give you guys some music, and then I'll be right back with the right board. had to change workspaces again. All right, here I am back in the workspace. I'm just showing you this one from last year. We didn't get too far with this one, honestly, but here's some stuff that we had, right? So these are some of the completed iMovie, Final Cut Pro ones, the completed tech tips, and the completed YouTube tutorials. So these are all videos that I did not get around to making last year. So what you could do is, if you were so inclined, you can go into any one of these cards and then you can move it over to a different board. So the board that I have, right, is going to be 2022. While we're starting to come up with video ideas, I could import a lot of the cards from around that I never got around to. So we could do, we have our very first super chat. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Okay, so Chantel, let's see here. 1 second. Let's do our super chat dance and we'll be right back. Let's see. Let's get back to it. And it is here. Enjoy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that super chat. Yay, that was so nice. Yes, I saw you, by the way. You were live streaming the other day, and I saw your little put out on Twitter, and you were like, going live soon. And I was like, look at you. Proud of you. Okay. Thank you so much for your super chat. Appreciate that. All right, so if you want to see how I would do that, I know that last week we had talked about this. I'm not sure who was in the chat asking about it, but it was like top 3 iOS editing apps or something like that, and then top 3 Android editing apps. So I remember I was like, oh yeah, I should do that. So then I can move this, and I can move it over to a different board, and I would move it to, I know, right, 2022, and I hit move. So that's how easy it is. If you have multiple boards or anything like that, you can just move around stuff from one board to another. So let me show you. When I flip into 2022, here are my video ideas, right? So then it's as easy as start shooting some video ideas at me that you guys might want to see. And let's start filling up a few of these. So it's something like, oh yeah, I forgot you guys are delayed. I'm going to let you think about that for a second. I'm going to let you, we're going to play a song real quick. Start listing some video ideas that you might like to see for the channel next year. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to play you a song. All right, so here's a few different one. Wow, it's apparently all about creating GIFs. So GIFs. Also, put in the chat right now, are you team GIF or team GIF? If you're GIF, put like peanut butter. And if you're GIF, put a gift emoji. There's that. So here is just some ideas here, right? And then you're going to be like, ugh, dude, this isn't a lot of video ideas. Okay, so here's also another thing that we're going to do. We're going to go to the Googles, okay? and we're going to type in holidays in 2022. So as we start thinking about this, there are different calendar types of things. So, right, we got the 4th of July if you're here in the United States, and that's something. Christmas, maybe it's Hanukkah, maybe it's Kwanzaa, maybe it's some other holiday. Maybe it's Boxing Day if you're up in Canada, something like that. So you're going to start to find, different holidays. And then one of the things that I would do is add them as a card. So I think in March, we've got like St. Patrick's Day, right? Something like that. In February, we've got Valentine's Day. And if you were somewhere in the dads and grads type period, we know that happens around here. So we've got Father's Day. Oh, I need an apostrophe. I didn't do it. So we've got 4th of July, something like this. So as long as you have kind of a reference for yourself, you can start to think about, hey, is there something about 4th of July? If I was a cooking channel, would it be red, white, and blue strawberries? Would it be how to make a Jell-O cake? How to, if it's November, is it how to make a fruit cake that people don't think sucks? Whatever, all that kind of stuff. GIF as in gift. All right. See, and then there's also things like maybe there's something that's specific to you. So like my birthday is in January. So maybe I'd say something like Shelly's birthday extravaganza. That's not right, is it? Whatever. Okay, so maybe there's something specific that I want to talk about in my birthday month. And so I would put that in here as like a little visual reminder to myself. Also, around this time, somewhere around September, October, we probably got the Apple phones launch. If you're into Techtober, this is about the time, maybe when a lot of those different items come out. You probably would know a little bit better than I do. So right now, recently in December, we just had like the Sony a7 IV camera come out, something like that. So that might be something that's important to you. So as you start to think about this, then let's just say if it was something, you'd be like, hey, let's just throw some of these into some of these particular columns. I'm not saying this is the actual month, and I'm just giving you an example, guys. This is all, you can do this yourself too. So as you're thinking about this, then you start to also think about how often or how many videos are you thinking you would like to publish. Maybe, either per week, per quarter. Some people may have a goal per year. So if you think about it, if it's, let's say, twice a week, but you get a week or two off because of birthday / Christmas or whatever else you might say, you might be like, okay, work 50 weeks and let's do ×2. And so all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm at 100 videos or something like that. And you can say, okay, 100 videos, how do I want to split that up? Do I want to try and do that equally across all months? Do I want to go heavier in some and then take off a certain amount of time? This is where you get to be strategic about how you want your video content to look. So you may also, if you're a Techtober type of person, you might know that you're going to be really heavy 4, 5, 6 videos when it would normally be 4 videos. And so you can kind of plan accordingly, right? Is this making sense? Are we making sense here? Yes. If we are, can I get a thumbs up in the chat? In the chat, I want to make sure you guys are awake out there. So another thing that you can do, if you're thinking about this, is then calendars, of course, are a great way to know if there are specific calendar events that are happening. But another thing that you should and could do, I'm going to get there. 1 second. Do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. Wow, you did not sign up for that. You did not sign up for my singing. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Me and the webpage, here we go. One thing that you can do is go into your comments on YouTube, right? And then you can, let's say if you're using TubeBuddy, something like that, you can, from the little drop-down menu, you can add this comment as a suggestion. You can have your own running list of video topic planner items. If you have an entire running list, you can just keep adding. So the next time you see someone who's like, oh, I have this great idea, you should do this. Or you're like, dude, that's a great comment, I should do this. Just add it to your like digital post-it, and then you can go use it. So if something like this, like how do I delete a photo from the app? I don't see a trash bin, thanks in advance. So here we go. I was talking about Touch Retouch as an app. After someone is done editing a video, editing a photo, usually the options are, do you want to modify your original or do you want to save this photo that you're working on as a copy? So there isn't really a deleting from the app because it never really stores it inside the app. But that right there is a specific question and a specific answer. So that's something that I could do as a follow-up video and say how to delete a photo from the Touch Retouch app. And then I would do exactly what I literally just said out loud, but in a video. And then I would come back to this one and I would be like, hey, that's a great question. I went ahead and made a video for you and here it is, right? So a lot of the time, if you can make a specific video to answer a specific question, those are real quick videos to make, okay? So another thing that you can do as you're starting to go through here, right? What if you want to make a transparent background video? Well, what's funny is I actually have made that video. So in this case, I could just direct him to a video that I've already made and say, hey, I've made that video. Check this one out. If I hadn't have made that video, I could either take a screenshot of this or I could do the add comment as a suggestion, add it to a list later. And I could say something like, okay, let's do a screenshot. I'm not saying this is a video that we're making, as just as an example. I'd take a screenshot. I would come back to my Trello board, something like that. I would say how to make a transparent video. So once I have that card, then I could go in there. I could take that screenshot that I just took and attach it to this card. Then I would know who was the person who left the comment. Then I would know like where it came from. It could be from YouTube. You could also set up your board, and I have this somewhere else, as where did you get your comment suggestion from? So if you have a big presence on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, something like that, you could have a column for each one of those. So you can also then remember, where did that comment come from? Where does the answer need to be? Because maybe if it's specific to one platform, you would want to put that video over there, right? So you could also create a board for what your social strategy looks like. Are you taking that same piece of content and putting it everywhere, or are there specific videos that only go to specific platforms? That's also a thing that you could do. So that's going to be here inside of your channel mentions, right? That is going to be your comments on existing videos. Sorry, my dog is going off. Okay. So another thing that you could do, when I come over to my channel, we're going to get there, guys. Sorry. We're going to come to my videos, and then we're going to sort by the most popular. So here's a pretty clear indication of what YouTube viewers like to see from me. It's a lot of iMovie tutorials and editing tutorials and just a tiny bit about some YouTube stuff, right? So I could come in here and be like, hey, are any of these videos ready to be remade? Because this one's 3 years old, or this one is 4 years old, right? So could I do a updated special effects with green screen? Yes, I could, absolutely. The moving text in iMovie. Could I do an updated one on that? Yes. How do you do that? How do you make transparent video ones? I think this one so that could be a video that I would remake. This could also be a good thing if you have videos that you're doing every year, such as something like Best Christmas Presents or Best March Madness. You have a series that you run every year, then that's a video that you could remake, and then you would bring that in and be like, hey, haha, funnily enough, I am known a lot for GIFs in iMovie. And so if I wanted to make an entire series on GIFs, which I was already starting to put in my Trello board here, I can show you, because I have a lot of questions about how do you make your own video one? How do you, do that inside of Giphy? Because I think the last video that I made about Giphy, however you want to say it, is, let me search for it. It was 2 years ago, which was how to make your own, which is funny because the only one that I did in this one was 2 images with a transparent background. And this would be a video that I should remake because let me show you this. Hopefully it brings me up. Because if you look, I'm now over 182 million views on my Giphy account. So I have some authority when it comes to, I know what this process looks like, and I've had some experience and some success with it. So this is a video that I could easily make an updated one. So I've got ones where it's animated with transparent backgrounds. I've got ones where it's me doing video type things, and I've got transparent video ones. So this is one that I did from a video using Keynote and everything, but that's 3 videos right there. So how to make a transparent video one, how to make a video one, how to make a transparent animated one with not like a video, right? So if I wanted to, that could be something that I could go after, and then I would put all of those into my Trello board and then decide, is that something that I want to, you know, have be a series for a month, or is that something that I would do once every couple of weeks, or is that once every 6 months? This is again where you're more strategic about what does that content plan look like. One second, I have a nose tickle and I have to totally scratch my nose, but I don't want you guys to have to watch that. So I'm going to put on the dancing bubbles overlay, and then I'm going to pick a song. One second. I don't think I got it, but it is what it is, people. All right, so that's going to be another method that you can use to go back and then start looking at videos that you would want to make / remake, anything like that. Another thing that you're going to be able to do is going to be going into your own analytics, scroll down into your top videos in this period. These are videos that people like to see from you. No surprise here. Again, it's going to be people like green screen or InShot. So there you go. They like green screen and they like InShot. So is that a video series that I would want to make? Is there going to be how to add GIFs or from Jiffy into InShot, how to download different things or overlays, how to create special effects in InShot, right? So this is all stuff that I could do in here. And there's a little GIF / GIF one. I could make another version of overlays, you know, so we could go after some of this stuff here. There's a couple shorts in there. Look at that, just for fun. So if we were to take a look at this, let me show you here. Another thing that you can do, by the way, there's not enough data over there. You can see videos that are growing my audience, right? So new viewers who returned last 90 days, you can extend this out. And you can see, like, what are people wanting to watch from you, right? Oh boy. I'm looking. So also another thing that you want to think about is, what do your traffic sources look like in what you want and / what you actually have? So for me, YouTube search has always been, we were talking with Dean Niman last week about this. For myself, YouTube search, oh, I'm surprised it's not higher. Oh wait, this last 28 days. Yeah, you can change it. YouTube search for me has always been my highest, and that it's, it's like 40-50%. And most of the time people find me through Google, through YouTube search, stuff like that. And so also you can see then how many people are watching and returning, and how much view time is actually coming from inside of subscribers. For me, people who actually watch that are subscribers, very, very low percentage. So while I love all of you for being here, most of the time, the people who are finding me are not subscribed to me. And so that's just, it is what it is. Okay. So, hey, Photoluke Hawaii, Carlin, Arkansas, and Terry in Scotland. Great to see all 3 of you moving over from Twitch. Thank you for being here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you so much. All right, so here's where you can look at this traffic sources from these suggested video views, right? So these are all things that people are seeing before they see me, and then this is all stuff that people are searching for before they find me, right? So you can see a lot of InShot and green screen. That's a lot. Green screen and InShot. How to move text. Okay, touch retouch. So I could do another video on that. A lot of what people are seeing and before me, how to join pictures, how to do cool effects on iMovie, how to use green screen, how to use overlays, right? So if I start taking a look at this, go ahead and change this for the last 365 days since we're doing a yearly plan. Okay, here we go. So when people are finding me, here's what they're seeing, right? Let's see. Create animated text masks with Keynote. Okay, video masks. So that's the transparent video. I have made a video on that, so I'm not surprised. Cool effects in iMovie for beginners. So that could be something. I could do more special effects. There we go. How to do more. Oh, these are me. Here we go. 7 more special iMovie effects that you may have missed or something like that. Okay. Text messages, Final Cut Pro. Oh yeah, look at that. I have done that tutorial, so I'm not surprised. The blur. So, oh yeah, I did that video too. So here we go. In Justin Brown from Primal Video. Hey, it's great to see you. I saw you on the Ecamm live stream. Jealous that you are not on my live stream. I'll forgive you, but you let me know if you ever want to come in here, and I will throw you a link. Okay. So this is another place where you're going to be able to come and then find, what are people seeing before they see your video? What are they searching for? Is there some sort of pocket of information that you could fill in? And then come back to your Trello board and then start adding this, right? So once you add in the video ideas that you have, you can pull your audience as well. You can go through the comments section. You can go and remake your most popular videos on an annual basis. I know Justin's very good at that every year. Top editing apps or whatnot, or top accessories for, Christmas time for our new tech YouTuber, something like that. So you're going to take all of these video ideas, then you're going to take in and put in the calendar type of thing. If it's Valentine's Day, maybe it's how to make DIY, something that's romantic for Valentine's Day, or how to, if you're a crafting channel, how to do some like romantic gift or something like that. And again, if you are thinking about something that you have a product or a service that you're launching, think backwards a few months. If I need to get to a Valentine's Day launch, people have to know me for whatever else it is, for those 6 weeks leading up, hopefully, to the Valentine's Day launch, which is actually at the very end of January, because you got to allow people a couple weeks to last minute looking for it and try and get it and order it and have time to, whatever. So that means you really have to start your February planning launch in November. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes. Okay, good. I figured it out, kind of. Thanks for the invite. Of course. Oh my gosh, of course. Great to see you. Hope you and everyone are doing well. So this is going to be some of the way that you're going to be able to be planning. And remember, then those content pillars are going to be the strategy for, are you attracting the new audience? Are you nurturing the existing audience that you have? Or are you going in for that hard sell and the launch phase? So keep these things in mind, along with all of the events of not only, Boxing Day or Techtober or, dads and grads and all of those seasons and videos and the ebbs and flows of what your creative flow is going to look like as well. So I am close to 40, right? I was like, this is going to be, well, not next year is going to be my year. I'm doing it. Yeah, you guys, I'm going hard, all the channels, right? And so this is kind of the planning strategy for it. Another thing that you can also go into is going to be something like a Keywords Anywhere, TubeBuddy Keyword Explorer, Google Trends, and you can start to look for certain types of things as well and see if there's something that is trending that you might also want to put in here. So keep that in mind and start plugging away, and then just remember that everything is all changeable, movable, whatever. And this is just that easy way for you to be able to see what your next year kind of looks like. And it's really easy for you to then go into these. Like I said, this is where you could attach your script. If you guys want a video on scripting process, definitely, I think I've made a live stream about it before, but we could definitely do a video on that as well. If you want to see a video about, other things, this is where you could put in your thumbnail. If you wanted to have a session around thumbnail strategy, that would be a fun one to do together as well. So let me know on that one. Let me come back over here to this window and check in with y'all. How are we doing? How are we doing on this? So if you like what you're viewing and want to support this channel, be sure. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you're not subscribed, why not? You should be subscribed, right? but also I think everyone who's commenting is already subscribed. That's commenting, but if you're watching, right, then you should definitely hit that button so you can join us and you can, you know, comment. There you go. Hit that thumbs up, ring that bell, hit that subscribe button, all the things, right? All the things. Okay, so let's do a quick pulse check. Everyone that's out there, someone give me scripting. Yeah, you want to do a scripting one? Yeah, for sure. I can show you a blank generic one. I think I did a live stream on that one. It was video blueprint formula. So also, if you don't want to wait for me to make the video, you can search that one on the channel, video blueprint formula. And I laid out all of the ideas that I have for the scripting process. Okay. So one thing that I wanted to do, let's use someone from the audience as an example, and let's do some brainstorming. Okay, let's do some brainstorming. So someone out there, give me a YouTube channel or topic. It could be a real one. It could be a fake one. Probably be more useful if it was real. And while you guys think about that, let's play a song, and then we will do that one together. And here we go. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys something really quickly. One of the reasons why I talk so much and I harp so much about repurposing your content, especially vertical video content, and putting it everywhere. Okay, I just want to give you guys a quick example of this. If you follow me on Twitter, then you would know that I was thinking, yes, I should rearrange my filming room. Absolutely, that's what one does. And I got so distracted, I have not gotten very far. But today, I want to show you this. I spent hours trying to figure out how to make these makeup swatch stencils. And so, hey, it was still worth some content. So let me show you something really quickly. I did this. I don't know, maybe it'll play.
All right, this has to be addressed. How did this become this, become this, become this? I'm sorry, this.
Okay, so the reason that I'm showing you that is because I lost, first of all, like 5 hours to this project today. First, I was trying to figure out how to make the stencil, right, and then do all the stuff. And the reason that I'm bringing this up to you, one, you can learn anything on YouTube, right? Anything you want to do, you can probably learn it on YouTube. But here it is, and I filmed this video, and I did it in InShot. And if you guys want a tutorial again and how I sometimes do InShot, I took the audio from the original way that I did it. I did it in TikTok, or I went to a video, I downloaded the song, the audio from it, and then I threw in all of the different clips that I have of me doing this project today, and then I exported it and then put it back up on TikTok and reused the sound. Then I was able to still find that sound and put it on Instagram Reels, and I was able to put it on YouTube Shorts, and I was able to put it on as an idea pin in Pinterest. But here's where I want to go with this, is that this same video across different platforms, and I just did this today, maybe an hour or so ago. Let's say it's 6 views on Shelly Saves the Day. You put up that same video. It's on Instagram. It's already at 1,800 views, right? I take the same video and I put it up on TikTok, and I don't even think it's reached 100 views over there yet. But here's the thing is, you never know where a video is going to specifically take off. So one of these other videos that may have only gotten, 100 views on YouTube, it might have gotten 10,000 views on TikTok, and then 6,000 views or 7,000 views over here on Instagram. So one of the reasons why I do love vertical so much is that you can take that same video, repurpose it, put it everywhere without very much extra effort. So that's why I would highly suggest, no matter what you're doing next year, include vertical as part of your strategy. Just putting that out there. Okay. Also, I'm thinking about opening an Etsy shop because makeup swatch stickers are expensive, and I can just mail them out and just, make some money that way. So I'm this close to opening an Etsy shop for makeup swatch stickers now that I know how to do it. Took me several hours, but I got there. Okay. So did anybody in the comment section have a topic area that they wanted to go into? Nobody said anything. I even gave you guys time for a song and everything. This time's for you all. This time is for you all. This one is free help. Well, if you don't have anything, then we'll just go back to mine. All right. You guys don't want to watch me fill this out, actually. I was just thinking about this. I was just like, oh, wait, you probably don't want to watch it. That's okay. We'll come back over here and we'll just ask questions that you all have about year-end planning, about where you find your ideas, about all of that stuff. Oh, the other thing that I didn't mention is inside of your analytics, you're going to be able to go to the section that says people who are watching you are also watching, right? There is that section. And if you do that, then the same thing that I did for my own channel, I would do that, but cultivate the answers from someone else's channel who is my niche neighbor. Okay. So if they have a very popular video, and maybe there are a whole bunch of comments that are left unanswered, I would screenshot them and put them up as video ideas and make that video, because obviously they didn't get the answer from watching the other video, or, what if it is something that you can answer, then you should make that as a video and have that be a reminder. Or you can see, hey, this is a really popular video that they do maybe even every other year or something like that. Or I have a new take on this. I want to add my 2 cents or something like that. That's a video that you can make. So I'm not saying you go in and blatantly steal someone else's video idea and you take their script and their formula and like all their same points and just reiterate them. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying find the space that is either not talked about or something that you can expand upon, or you can talk about with some authority and experience, and then add your 2 cents from there. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, can we get to 20 thumbs up? If you're here and you haven't left a thumbs up yet, can you hit that button for me? Because it's at 19 and let's just tip it over the edge. Let's tip it over the edge. Okay. And also we're going to do one more song. And if nobody has any more questions about where to find ideas or anything like that, I'll let you go a little bit early. Okay. So someone hit the thumbs up button for me if you haven't yet. Do it. Do it. Alrighty. So y'all, you guys are a very quiet bunch today. That's okay. That's okay. The end of the year. And I hope that you guys have like fun plans, safe plans, all the plans that you want. If you want them, I myself will be staying home because that's how I roll. But I want to be one of the first to say, because, you know, there's always that person who's like, see you next year. I hate myself, but I'm that person for you. I'll see you all next year. I hope you all have an amazing end of the year and awesome new year. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on all of these Thursday live streams. They will be continuing. And if you have video ideas, make sure you drop them as a comment so I can screenshot them and add them to my Trello board, because I will be creating that for content over the next year. All right. And also boop the like button and subscribe if that's something that you're into. We're trying to hit 40,000. Okay. I would just love to get into the 40s. Y'all, I have several videos coming, one including how I failed my way to 40,000, and you can too. And also do not forget, I have not forgotten that tomorrow, is it tomorrow? Oh, goodness. Or maybe maybe it'll be the first week, is how not to feel bad about yourself, because I suck as an online presenter, and you're going to see all of my fun mess ups and flubs in a video just for you, showing you that like what you see is not is not always what's in the editing reel. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Will I be singing Sunday? Yes. Yes, Photo Luquai, I don't know if you saw it, but I did a makeup live stream. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago? I did a makeup live stream for the one that I missed. I was just not feeling very well on Sunday, but I will be back regularly scheduled programming Sunday sad songs over on Twitch. If that's something that anyone else is into, come find us over on Twitch. I don't multi-stream that anymore, so come find us on Twitch for Sad Song Sundays, all right? So happy 2022, everyone, and I will see you next year and in a video very soon. Bye, everyone.